Hello techies. In this tutorial, we will learn how to work with append line to test action. Alright, in this tutorial, I will give you two examples over here to make you understand. One, I will show you how to add a new line or lines to an existing file. That is by using static values. So what I will do over there, I will give some static value over here and then I will try to append the values or append a new line to the text. Second one, I will show you how to append the employees which are there in the list and display them in the message box. That is dynamically I will show you without adding any values over there. Alright, first of all, I will show you how to add a new line to an existing file. If you see over here, I'm having a welcome message over here. Hi everyone and welcome to Learning Technologies. And if you see, I'm having a lot of text inside this file. What I want to do at the end of this file, okay, I want to add in such a way, thank you for joining with us. But I'm typing over here, but how can I go ahead and do that by using append line to test action? Let me go to Power Automate Desktop. Over here, first of all, to read that message, what are the actions that I'm going to do? I'm going to use file actions over here. First of all, I will use read text from file. Let me drag and drop onto the workspace. And I'm going to select the file path where the text file is available. Let me click on browse. In my Power Automate desktop, I'm having one folder with the name of learning test actions. Inside that I'm having welcome LT. Let me click on open. Now, as I said, I want to read this entire file first in the format of single text value or list. Over here, I want to store entire value in the text. Let me select that. And then if you see over here, the variables produced, this entire text will be stored in this variable that is file content. Let me rename it over here. I'm going to give the name as welcome text. Alright, I have read this and I'm going to store the entire value in the variable that is welcome text. Let me click on save. Now if you see over here, I have read entire text by using read text from file and then I have stored the data in the welcome text flow variable. But at the end of this file or the end of this text, I want to append a new line. What is that? I will simply say thank you for joining with us. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, let me close this file. I'm not going to save this. And over here, to append a new line to the text, I'm going to use append line to test action. Let me drag and drop this append line to test action onto the workspace. The parameters, what is the original text? The original text is nothing but welcome text, right? I'm already read the data and stored the data in the flow variable that is welcome text. Let me select that. Now, for this text, welcome text, I need to append a new line. What is the appending new line? Thank you for joining with us. This is the line to append that I have given static value over here. So, and after that, after appending these two lines, that the entire data will be stored in the result flow variable. Let me click on save. Now, I have read the data and I have appended the static value that is thank you for joining with us. And then once it has been completed, I want to write back to the same file. How can I go ahead and do that? In the same file, I'm having write text to file action. Let me drag and drop onto the workspace. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the file path. What file path that I want to select? The same file which we have just read it, right? Let me go to Power Automate Desktop, learning test actions over here. I'm going to write into the same file. I'm going to select welcome LT. Click on open. Text to write over here. What is the text we are going to write? If you see in my result, I'm having the result over here as in such a way, what are the original value plus appended line to text, both the values are there in the result. I'm going to write the same thing over here from the result. Let me click on result. And if you see over here, append new line, I'm going to enable this. And then if the file exists, I'm going to override the existing things. Okay, or else you can append the content also. As of now that I'm going to override the existing content, and then let me click on save. All right, let's run the flow. Flow execution has been completed successfully. Now let me open the original file, that is welcome.lt. Now if you observe over here, the new line has appended to the text and has been returned to the file. I hope you understand how to append a new line to the text by using static values. Now I will show you the second example, how to append employees which are there in the list and we want to display that in the message box, that is by using dynamic values. Now if you see on my workspace, I have created a new list with the name of employee. In that employee list, I'm going to add items to the list with the names of Amir, Vishwa, Swati, James and Satish. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to append these values as a single line, and then I'm going to append the values to the variable. Now for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag and drop the set variable action onto the workspace. And then I'm going to set variable. I'm having new variable over here. I'm just going to give as employee text. And then over here, as a starting value, I'm going to give employees or. So that from here onwards, what I will do, employees or, I will add these employee names over here and I will display as a single line. All right, let me click on save. Now to read the values in the list, what we will do, we'll use the loop action, that is for each. Let me drag and drop this for each action onto the workspace. And there I'm going to select the parameters value to iterate. What is the value to iterate? We are having employee list. I want to iterate through that. I'm going to select employee over here and then click on save. What will happen, whatever the value we are having in this employee list, it will be stored. It will go through the iterations and then for each and every value it will stores in the current item. Let me click on save. Now to append the values are there in the list, dynamically I have to go through each and everything and then I have to append the values. So that I will use append line to text. Let me drag and drop this append line to text into the for each activity. Now if you see over here, the original text. What is the original text that we have? As of now, the original text is null, and then you can see line to append. There is a new lines will become over here and it will append the values to the original text. As of now that I'm not going to append any original text over here, I will take result as my original text. Okay, as I will give it as over here as result. The result is nothing but which we are going to be storing the values. The first time whenever the value is variable is going to storing, it is having null value. And then for that result, I'm going to append the current value. All right. I'm going to current item is nothing but I'm having names over there. Each and every item for the result, it will add the current item and then it will be stored in the result. Let me click on save. Now let's run the flow to make you understand. Before that, let's run the flow. Flow execution started. Now you can see over here on the right hand side, Amir, Vishwa, Swati, James, Satish, all the values have been added to the result. That is append line by using append line to text. All right. Now what I want to do, I want to concatenate this employee text as well as result as a single line. All right. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add one more append line after the for each. Let me drag and drop this for each onto the workspace after the end of for each. Now what is the original text? I'm going to select employee text and then line to append. What is the line to append? The result. All right. Now let me select the result over here. And this after appending line to text, what will happen? There is one more variable produced, that is result. I will say it as final result. Okay. Now let's save this. Now to show the final result what we have, so that I will use display message on the workspace. I'm going to give the message box title as result and then message to display, I will select final result over here. Now click on save. To know the output, let's run the flow once again. Flow execution started and you can see the result values are coming, and you can see finally in the final result we have appended the value. And in the display message, you can see employees are Amir, Vishwa, Swati, James, and Satish, which are appended as a single line to the existing values. All right, click on OK. I hope you understand how to work with append line to test action as part of this tutorial. Thank you for watching Power Automate tutorials. If you have any queries related to this concept, please post them in the comment section. I will see you in the next session. Till then, bye bye. Have a wonderful day.